yesterday afternoon from playing in the field.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets that glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? What happened?
We went off for 185-pound freshman defensive end Jeremy Klippel, 6'3", 170-pound junior Brian Steffen, a 6', 185-pound senior Chris Brandt, 6'1", 235 junior, and Rick Haber, a 5'9", 220.
Send out Spencer Frederick and Sean Southland at the ends, both in tight. Brad Stolberg at the guard and Terry Herschel at the guard, and Russell Sheets at center. Ware brings him out, and he's up over the ball, and already we have a flag, and the movement.
No, we had offside.
Offsides, I believe, is going to go against Savage Lambert.
That's a funny call. How do they do that before the ball is snapped?
I have no idea how they would do that. You can cross that plane and then get back before it's snapped, is it not? But
he jumped back, the ball was never snapped.
at any rate, they march off 5 yards, and it's 1st and 5 for the Spartans. Jake Peterson, the Leif Hanron in the backfield as Ware.
Well, Kirk just picked up the fact that the kicking tee was still on the field, so they.
I see, so maybe that's what it was for, and the handoff will go to Hanron. He gets outside, and he could break it there. He is going to be run out of bounds on about the 21-yard line. Leif just a step away to keep the Spartans off the board on the first play from scrimmage. It's going to be 1st and 10 from inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line. As the Spartans come out, Hanron, the deep back, as Ware with long count. Ware back to pass, has time, has plenty of time, and he has Frederick as he wrestled it away. Frederick will get it into the end zone as he jukes his way in. So, Frederick, of course, with great power, and it is a 6-0 ball game as the Spartans jump out early. 11:39 left to go in the first quarter, and the Spartans will go for the extra point. The pitch back to Hanron, cuts it back inside, and Hanron will go into the upper scoreboard. The Scobey Peerless Spartans. From their own 25-yard line, the Furies, Qualley leads them up, and Qualley with a handoff up over the middle and breaking a tackle, and then being brought down after Savage as they break the huddle, and the deep back, Royce Michelotto. And the handoff goes to Michelotto, tries to get over the left side. He'll pick up 2 or 3 yards on the play.
Terry Herschel with the initial hit, along with Sean Southland.
And that was not Michelotto, number 22. We're going to have a time picking up these Savage Lambert people.
22 is, they don't have a 22.
Oh, we'll just have a tougher time.
Scott Trzynski.
Scott Trzynski in early.
Oh, he's down here, okay.
They do not have them in numerical order on the program, so we will have a time picking them up.
Freshman.
And the keeper by the quarterback, Bruce Qualley, he goes nowhere. Might have lost a little on the play. Did 150-pound junior. And the deep back is Peterson. For the Spartans, the kick is away, and Peterson will take it on the 18 and cuts it outside, and he's brought down on a great tackle. Pete thought he about the 25-yard line, where the Spartans will scrimmage 1st and 10 from their own 25. The 8-0 ball game. Spartans lead it as Kurt Ware will bring them out. They have an end split wide left, end wide right. Ware back to pass, and he loops one deep, and a beautiful catch down on the 30-yard line, and he could go in. No, brought down on the 10-yard line, and 10-yard line, about the 11-yard line. The Spartans could get a 1st and 10 out of this as they break the huddle. The backs again, Peterson and Hanron, as the Spartans in the end's in tight. 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line, and the flags fly. And we'll just have to wait and see what this one is for, and it looks like there's going to be offsides called against the Spartans. And it'll be now 1st and 15 from the 16-yard line for Scobey. Frederick in at an end. Matt Stetoff in at the right end. Solberg and Herschel the guards. And Sheets at center as a snap to Ware. Ware will hand it off to Peterson. Peterson goes into the line, then stops, cuts it back, and tries to get outside for the Spartans as they break the huddle. Terry Herschel getting the nod at that right guard position here this afternoon. R.J. Ross, of course, not dressed. And Ware, with the handoff, goes to Handren, and he fights his way for maybe 3 or 4 yards. Gets it shifting a little here, and the Spartans will be 3rd and 10. So I have a couple of cracks at it, although they do have a couple of field goal kickers. One of them, Kate Lambert, has kicked a couple of field goals for the JV ball club. And the Spartans to the offense. The pitch goes to Hammond, goes inside, cuts it back outside, and he is very close to a touchdown and very close to a first down. All going to depend on the spot of the ball.
6 inches short. Be 4th down.
And Wolf says you can't see anyway.
I've been giving these guys instructions for years.
So we'll stick with Murph, and we'll call it 4th down and 6 inches. As Kurt Ware will bring them out. Kurt, he pitch back to Handren, and he'll go in the end zone with the touchdown. So Leif. And Leif Handren gets the touchdown, and the Spartans will go for the point after. Ends in tight as Ware. The long count, Ware back to pass, has time, shoots it, and I'll tell you, if there is Spencer Frederick just Michelotto took the kick on the goal line, brought it back defensively for the Spartans. Ted Tronson at the safety, Jason Wolf and Sean Southland at the corners as the Furies break the huddle. He split Michelotto out wide to the right, and rolling out to pass is the quarterback Qualley. Has some time. Now he's going to try and run it in. I believe he has the 1st and 10 over on the far side.
Spencer Frederick and Gary Herschel again on the stop.
And the Furies do pick up the 1st and 10, that their first of the football game. And they will scrimmage 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line. The Furies trailed in the ball game 14-0 as Scobey have scored on the first, I guess it was the second play from scrimmage, and then on their second series, they scored on the 3rd play from scrimmage. So the Furies will scrimmage 1st and 10 on their own 27-yard line. Rolling out left is Qualley, and he tried in the 4-3, the 3-4, I guess you call it. Brad Solberg, Terry Herschel, and Matt Lee up front for the Spartans. Qualley takes the hand off and gives it to the second man through, and he's buried gain of maybe 2 on the play.
Jake Peterson with it.
The head coach, Lambert Savage. Long history there, going back not too many years ago. This ball club, when I believe it was before the co-op, Savage with a couple of state championships. As Qualley will bring them out, and the Furies want a timeout very quickly. Peterson or Handren. Qualley will get back to do the kicking.
Jake Peterson back.
Jake Peterson, the deep back, and he snapped high over the head of the punter, and the flags fly.
They 82 jumped offside.
I think before the snap, which is a break for Savage Lambert, no matter which way the penalty goes.
That was number 92 for 5-yard line. will be Qualley. Takes the snap and the kick nearly blocked, but he gets it away. Taken by Peterson. And Peterson drops the football. And I believe the Furies will have it. And the Furies with the 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line as they break the huddle. Qualley brings them up. Michelotto and Trzynski in the backfield. Reuter and Lur, the ends both in tight. Qualley with the long count, and the handoff goes on the right side. Great running room there, but it closes up, but still a pickup of 4 or 5 yards on the play.
Spencer Frederick.
And the Furies break the huddle. Trzynski, the deep back. That was Michelotto, and he takes the pitch, tries to get outside, slowed up, and he'll pick up 2 or 3 on the play. Defensive test for the Spartan defense. Solberg, Herschel, and Matt Lee up front on that Spartan defense. The linebackers, Frederick and Peterson, the cornerbacks, Southland and Wolf. As Qualley brings them out as an end split wide to the right. Qualley rolling out and nearly intercepted. And they go into a punt situation. They are. So Peterson will go all the way back to probably his goal line, and the kick angled it toward the sidelines, and they're going to get it out of bounds on about the 4-yard line. So the Furies have the Spartan. Frederick out wide to the left. It'll be Hanron as he passes to Frederick. Frederick takes it, breaks a tackle, gets it all the way out to the 20-yard line. Just a little down and in, and Frederick caught the Hanron wide right. As the Spartans break the huddle, Ware with the handoff to Peterson up the middle, tries to break it outside, spins away from a tackle, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 8. Them out when they're not in numerical order.
6 foot, 185-pound senior.
You pick it off the starters chart here as the Spartans 2nd and 2, and the pitch will go to Hanron. Hanron breaks it back inside, and he's going to be brought down just inside the 40. Leif trying to get outside, nothing. I look back on that, it was a weird call. They had a 3rd and 2 and elected to go for the pass. Their running game had been, looked like it was going to wake up, and at any rate, the Furies turn it over, and Ware back to pass. Has time, shoots one deep, and he's got the receiver, Frederick, all alone on the 15, 16-yard, or about the 14-yard line. A minute and 55 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Ware looks the defense over. Now the handoff goes to Hanron, and he's brought down in the backfield.
Everything was wrong.
Well, Duke was gone fishing now.
Yeah.
Don't blame me.
Loss of about 2 yards on the play, and the Spartans will be 2nd down and 12. And Ware with the pitch to Hanron over the right side, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage. He might pick up a couple of yards on the play.
Tackle.
7 from inside the 10 at about the 9-yard line. Peterson and Hanron in the backs. Ends in tight for the Spartans on a 3rd and 7. And Ware back to pass, just does get rid of it, and oh, what a catch, Son Southland over the shoulder. Good hands. He missed a couple in the first ball game that probably should have been caught, but I'll tell you, he's got a little glue on his fingers now as the Spartans come out for the point after, and the pitch goes to Hanron, and he was the lead. The Furies from
What's he crabbing at you about?
gotta have an outlet. Ooh, cheek. Peterson just wiped somebody out.
Matt Stenoff, who has turned into a great special teams player, along with Ted Tronson with the tackle.
1st and 10 for the Furies. They trail in the football game 22-0, and the handoff over the right side goes to Michelotto. He goes nowhere. He is, well, scrimmage 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Qualley, the quarterback, will bring them out. The ends in tight. Qualley with the long count, and the handoff goes over the left side, and it was Trzynski picks up a little or no yardage. Give him an operate as they break the huddle. They'll spread Brad Lur out wide to the left. In the backfield, Michelotto and Trzynski. Qualley on the 3rd and 7. Back to pass, rolling out to his right, and he shoots one deep, has a receiver, and was he inbounds? No, it was caught by Brad Lur, but the deep back will be Jake Peterson. Qualley will be kicking from about his 20-yard line as a good kick. Drives Peterson over towards the sidelines, where he's going to pick it up on the 15, and jukes his way out of a tackle there, and then he's going to be dropped down on the 15-yard line. The huddle, Ware still in at quarterback, and he backs Hanron out wide to the right. Also Spencer Frederick sets out wide to the right. Jake Peterson Alone back. And back to pass is Ware. Ware has time, and he shoots one over the middle and nearly intercepted the intended receiver. The number 10 ranked Opine Vikings will host the Scobey Lady Spartans, but the Vikes were knocked off last night as the Spartans, the handoff goes over the right side to Peterson, breaks a tackle, gets outside, and it's going to be a foot race. Peterson up to the 40, the 30, and he is going to be brought down at the 10-yard line. Peterson and Leif Hendren still in the backfield. Ends in tight. And Ware pitches back to, that is not Hendren. They go over the left
Tronson,
side
it's
and
Tronson.
some running room. That's Tronson, and he gets it inside the 5.
Playing on the Savage Lambert team.
Standoff 5'10", 170. And he is a sophomore. Going to be second in about 3 for the Spartans. And the pitch goes back to Standoff, gets it over the right side, and he's in there. Matt Standoff. And the score. On the 17-yard line, Lur split out wide to the right, and the handoff straight up the middle and going nowhere.
Brad Solberg stood him straight up and took him down.
Break the huddle, and Lur again out wide to the right, and they split Michelotto out wide to the left. Wally, the quarterback, low and set back to Zuski, Wally back to pass. Closes up, going to have to hurry, now he gets it outside, tries to cut it, and picks up 2 or 3 yards on the play.
Great pressure by
Sheets is in at the nose guard. Number 40 still with us, Brad Solberg, in front of that line, and back to pass is Qualley. Qualley shoots one out into the flat and overthrows the intended receiver, Tim, about his 30-yard line. Qualley will do the punting duties, and the kick is in the air, a high kick coming down at about the 40, where Peterson takes it on the bounce and tries to get it outside, back to the 40, and cuts it back inside, and he's going to be not brought down, and he shoots his way out of another tackle. He could go in there. Jake Peterson's still running. Finally is going to be brought down inside. And the Spartans in the backfield, Hendren. And we've got the other back, number 5, Brian Solberg.
Brad Solberg.
So Solberg again, and he takes the handoff and trips up, I believe. Second down, and we'll call it 11. Just inside the 15-yard line. Ware still in at quarterback. Takes the snap and hands it off over the right side to Solberg.
Brian Steffen on the stop.
Hendren ends in tight for the Spartans on a 3rd and 6. And Ware again the handoff to Solberg, and he tries to get it over the right side, gets it up to about the 5-yard line, driven back to the 7. We'll see where they spot it. Along with Leif Hendren. And the pitch is to Tronson. Tronson over the right side, cuts it back inside, and he will go into the end zone. And the Spartans will go for the point after.
I think we're going to have a new kicker, Brad Solberg, now will try the extra point. Jake Peterson attempted the last one.
The snap, and the ball is down, and the kick is blocked. The Furies with the football, 1st and 10 from the 15. They split Michelotto out wide to the right as Qualley back to pass, and he's going to have to hurry. It closes up, and he's brought down.
Brad Solberg, a lot of pressure.
Out wide to the right. Michelotto also split out, rolling out. Qualley has some time now, closes up, and a pass that, well, we were going to say probably should have been caught. The intended, well, as this kid can run. Qualley. A high snap into the end zone, and Wally is just going to let it roll dead. 2-0 ball game at the 5:07 mark. Lambert, 36-0 ball game. And Qualley, the kick away and a high short kick, and it'll go out of bounds there. Or from the Savage Lambert 35-yard line, and in at the quarterback will be Jay Hoversland. Hendren, a running back, Out wide to the right, I believe it's Brian Solberg. Can't pick up the number from here. As Hoverland. The handoff. Johandred. Over the middle. Cuts it out. Neil Holm, 165-pound senior, into the ball game. They will split. McElvaney out wide to the right.
Brad Solberg in the slot left.
Brian.
And Hubbard
Brian.
with the handoff, goes to Handren, and he breaks it outside, tries to cut back inside, and he's going to go in there. Leif it out is Neil Holm, and they fake the kick, rolling out right is Wolf. Wolf floats one into the end zone, and is that a fake or is that just a bad hiking off for the Spartans will be Brad Solberg, and the deep backs will be number 80 back there. We do, but it's a short kick taken at the 20-yard line.
Brzezinski.
Brzezinski will get it back up to about the, from their own, we'll call it the 33-yard line. Qualley, the quarterback. The pitch goes back to Michelotto, gets over the left side, picks up probably 4 on the play, and it's going to be a 2nd down and 5 for the Furies. And a handoff over the right side, cuts it back, has some running room, and met and stacked up at about the 35-yard line, the Spartan 35-yard line. Qualley takes the handoff, rolls out to his right, and he's going to throw, and he has a receiver inside of the 20, cuts it back left, and he's going to be brought down on the 10-yard line. 10.5-yard line, so the Furies could conceivably get the first down here. Deep back Bryce Michelotto for the Furies. Qualley. And the handoff to Michelotto over the right side, ducks his head and gets it back to about the 6. As Qualley will bring them out, and the Furies want to get one in here. This is their deepest threat, and the pitch to the left side, Michelotto, and he's brought down at about the 2-yard line. A great stick there from the Spartan 3. Michelotto splits it out wide to the left. Lone setback is Brzezinski. Qualley with a quarterback sneak, and he is in there. Quarter 6 ball game, and I imagine there's a few young people out there in that football field not displeased with that, as they're going to get to
No, we get to play the second half. I
play
think
a little
this
more
one.
football. So Qualley will bring them out, and Qualley fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, and he is going to run it in. Scobey Peerless Spartans 44.
Etzel, 6'1", 170-pound sophomore on the tackle.
Neeskins and
Hoverland,
Peterson.
the quarterback for the Spartans. He ends in tight. Long count by Hoverland, takes the snap and the pitch. We'll go to Josh Peterson. Peterson is going to be brought down for a loss. Tried to get outside, got it back. And a 2nd and 12 situation. Hoverland back to pass, has time, he shoots one out and just overshoots his intended receiver. He will line up and split out wide to the left. Also out wide left is Cale Handren. The backfield can't pick out the numbers. We'll get them for you when they can as
Neeskins and Peterson.
Hoverland back to pass, has time, and he shoots one out complete down here on the flat, and
Attaboy, Mark.
tackle, and they run out of bounds inside of the 40, but
Number 32 in the backfield for the Spartans. We don't have a 32 listed. AJ.
Kelly
who's 32?
Neeskins.
Kelly Neeskins.
Kelly Neeskins.
Kelly Neeskins.
I tell you that, AJ, he knows stuff.
Oh, he does. It's amazing. Couldn't fix the talking business over here, but other than that,
Did he? Yeah, well, actually, he did.
He did.
Yeah,
He's
he was
the guy who did.
he was our hero. Yeah. Eventually, it took him a while.
Well, they're going to march it off against the Spartans, and they'll take it back to the 20, we'll call it the 26-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd and a bunch, about 3rd and, we'll call it 18. As the Spartans now, Jason, is that number 12? We'll check it out. A couple of new people coming into the ball game.
Tom.
Number 24 is Josh Peterson in the backfield. Cale Handren splits it out wide to the left.
Kelly Neeskins in the backfield. Lone set.
And the Spartans in a 3rd and a bunch. And back to pass is Hoverland. Rolls it out to his right side. Got trouble. He's down. Back on the 20-yard line.
Game for the Spartans.
Jason Wolf to do the kicking. And we've got a flag. I believe the Spartans were offside. The football rolling dead inside of the 30-yard line, but I believe it's there for the Spartans, so the Furies will probably make them do it again. Procedure call. In the deep back. For the Furies,
Good.
Brad Lur, and it's a beautiful kick. It's going to roll dead at about the 20.
Things over the years.
That one you're not buying. 44-8 the Furies will scrimmage 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. And a handoff up the middle and a gain of 6 or 7 yards. That was with the score on. Now we get ready for second half action from Plainsman Field, 44-8, our halftime score. And the Spartans will be kicking. And I believe it'll be Solberg. That's Brad Solberg. He's going to do the kicking. He's standing right in front of you. Score, too. Solberg to do the kicking in the deep backs for the Furies. Number 80, Brad Lur. And can't pick this number up, Wolf. That's not Wolf, that's Murray. And it's Michelotto, who fumbles it and picks it up at the 4, back to the 6-7 yard line where he's going to be brought down. Pinsky and Michelotto, the backs. And a handoff to Michelotto over the right side, and he'll pick up some pretty decent yardage. Gets it past the 10 into about the 12-yard line.
Right.
The safety.
That's safety, Jake, yeah. No, that's Ted Tronson.
And a handoff straight up the middle to Michelotto.
Late flag.
And a flag flies. That is number 29, Ted Tronson, at the safety. Terry Herschel.
Spencer Frederick and Terry Herschel on the stop there.
And
Face
the
mask, I think.
Wow, biggie.
big one. 1st and 10. We haven't got the Indian.
Face mask.
Face mask. Oh man, all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Spartans flag for the face mask. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Furies. As Qualley will bring them out. Michelotto and Trzynski in that backfield. Michelotto, the deep back. And a handoff. Goes to Trzynski. He tries to get for Lambert Savage. Also splitting left is Michelotto. Back to pass is Qualley. Qualley going to have to hurry as it closes up. He's going to keep it and gets it back out to about the 35-yard line. Gain of hasn't played since he was a freshman.
Jake Peterson also in.
Back to pass is Qualley on a 3rd and 5. Qualley will shoot one deep and nobody home. Far over the head for Lambert Savage. 44-8 our score. The Scobey Peerless Spartans with the lead. We're in the 3rd quarter. 9:42 left in the 3rd quarter on the slipper scoreboard. And Qualley will be back to do the punting for Lambert Savage and Peterson. Standing back at about his 22, another high snap, but Qualley pulls it down, gets the kick away, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 20. I believe Sheets still in it.
Russell Sheets at center.
At center.
Brian Solberg in the backfield, along with Leif Hendren.
And the handoff
Brian Solberg.
out wide right. Can't pick the number up from here. It's like possibly number 15. And the handoff up the middle, gain of about a yard on the play. That was number 15. That's Mike Ryder. Yard on the play, we'll call 3rd down and 2. Wide to the left, Mark McElvaney. Wide right is Ryder. Oversland, the quarterback. And the handoff straight up the middle goes to Hendren, and he will not get it. He's going to be stopped after maybe picked up a yard on the play. Running will be Wolf. Takes the snap at the 30. Kick is in the air. Good kick. Comes down to about the 11-yard line, where it is going to be taken and by
Brad Lur.
Brad. In the middle is Frederick. And a handoff. Trying to get over the left side and maybe a yard on the play. Break the huddle, 2nd down and 8 from the 15-yard line. Bryce Qualley's gone all the way at quarterback. Qualley with the handoff straight up the middle and picking up 3 or 4 yards on the play, I believe, was Trzynski. To the right, split back wide left, and back to pass is Qualley. And he shoots one tipped, nearly intercepted. Yes.
Now stint off deep.
And another bad snap, but Qualley brings it down. He's going to try and run it out of there, and he's got trouble. He's going to be brought back down on the 10-yard line, and the Spartans will take over out from London, and the Spartans will have the football. Hendren and Brian Solberg, the backs, the ends in tight. Oversland pitches to Solberg. Solberg will try and get it around the right side, cuts it back inside, and he's going to go into the end zone.
We'll see what they're going to do with the extra point. Are they going to kick? No, they're going to go for it. Brian Solberg and Leif Hendren in the backfield.
So the Spartans going for 2 here. And back to pass is Horvason, and he shoots one into the end zone, and Wolf, I believe there is one to Wolf, and it's 52-8 on the slipper. For the Spartans, and puts it into the end zone, and Lambert Savage will scrimmage 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Lure out wide to the left, and I believe it is Trzynski wide. No, that will be Michelotto out wide. Left, Lure was wide right, and the handoff straight up the middle to Trzynski. The pattern by Coach Henderson is to keep his quarterbacks out of that defensive alignment. That they're going to have a tough time keeping Oversland out of the defense. He's a hitter.
And he's big.
A 2nd and 5 and the handoff, and a little counter play there, and the handoff goes to Trzynski, up their 4th win of the season. Of course, this is their first conference win. As he ends in tight for Lambert Savage and Qualley. We'll bring them out. Qualley with the pitch to Michelotto. Michelotto over the left side, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Hale Hams man, right? This will be what, their 16th in a row?
16th in a row, as they were 12-0 last year, and they keep coming down to the 35-yard line, and it is taken by Matt Stenoff. Matt trying to get to the outside, and he'll fight his way back to the 30-yard line to 6.
Who was that?
Who was that? Oh my, oh my. Unscored on and unkicked to. Never kicked to on the season. That's a record that will probably stand forever. As Horvason back, and he throws one deep, has a receiver, just off the hands. A 2nd and 10 for the Spartans from the 31-yard line. As they are led out by Jay Horvason. Horvason with the long count. Now the handoff goes up the middle, and a big gain, 7 or 8 yards there.
I knew I'd get you started.
16th, that's the longest in
With the exception of Highwood, they've run off 31 or 32 in a row. Of course, they play 6-man.
I would have thought the Obserki Huskies would be in there with those 2 straight state
Well, no,
championships.
I'm just talking about current winning
okay.
streak, yeah.
Handoff to Peterson. He spins his way over the 21-yard line.
Brad Lure on the stop. Getting to be a big deal, that 6-man. You know, a few years ago, they were only about 16. Now I think they're up to 15 or 16.
And several more schools looking at it. As the Spartans on a 4th and 1, and they are going to go for it. As Oversland with the long count trying to draw the Furies offside. Quarterback sneak. Oversland over the right side. He'll have it. As he follows his center, whom we haven't, while the center is still Russell Sheets. Russell yard line.
Rick Haber on the stop for the Savage Lambert Furies.
So the Spartans break the huddle, and we have another new back in there with the, is that Jed Leckball? I believe it is. As the handoff goes to Josh Peterson over the left side, and Josh cuts it back and breaks a tackle.
According to A.J. Shipstead, who has not lied to me yet.
Josh Peterson. Well, I'll tell you, A.J., a little better than the spotter we had up here a little while ago. He didn't help us much. And the pitch will go to Peterson. Peterson over the right side, gets it outside, cuts back inside, and gets inside of the 10 down to about the 8. Peterson stays in the ball game. Oversland, the quarterback. Checking in now is Casey Cromwell for the Spartan offense. Casey will line up at the left guard position. The left end, Mark McElvaney. And the quarterback sneak, Oversland, and he'll get it down to about the 5 and the 1st and goal. also a freshman at 140 pounds. In the backfield, Josh Peterson along with, I believe that's Jed Leckbald. And a handoff to Peterson over the left side, gets it inside of the 5 up to about the 3-yard line.
AJ.
Why wouldn't the man be in the book? As they split, Josh Peterson out wide left, or wide right, McElvaney wide to the left on a 2nd and goal from about the
Kelly's
3.
in.
Kelly Easton wins the ball game, 58-40.